I haven't seen
with
that.
a very young Christopher Reeve, who was the original Superman, and a very young Jane Seymour. But the book is awesome.
Yes.
The movie's okay.
Barb, your chair is very low.
That's okay.
We
I'm
should
short. I'm
raise you.
feeling short today.
You look very short compared to me, and it's not true. Does it come up further? Yeah, that's why Leo is. If I shrink me, then we're both out of frame.
Don't worry. They can just see our neck. That's okay.
Right? Like, I'm kind of in the frame.
Gilroy was here.
I usually put Leah and Tyler in that chair.
Together?
It sits shorter. Because this one will keep going up.
Yeah.
And
we had older chairs in the classroom before. We used to call them they were in the kitchen. Incredible shrinking chair, because when you sat on it, it was fine, and you'd lift it to the right height, and then as you sat there, it went.
Oh, I have one of those.
It's down here. Somebody's tuned in.
My favorite is when you get up, the chair goes back up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then you have to jump to get onto it. So we have somebody tuned in, but no comments yet. Oh,
yep, we have Robin.
Robin's quilt basket. Hi, Robin. Oh, yes.
Should we introduce ourselves, Barb?
We should. Can I be anybody I want?
No.
Okay.
We're from My Sewing Room.
We are.
This is Barb, and I am
And this
Chelsea.
is Chelsea.
I am not also Barb.
No.
And you are not Chelsea.
That's right.
You are Barb, and I am Chelsea.
Yeah.
And we're doing something fun today.
We are.
I'm excited for it.
We're time traveling. Do you believe in time travel, Chelsea?
Well, in the idea that I would think it's pretty cool, and I could totally be down to time travel. Yes.
Don't get me started. Yeah, when I did this Tuesday spot with Leah, we got onto cymatics and quilt math, and it was really silly. We're time traveling within a range today. Because it is March, and almost the end of March, my brain keeps flashing back to March of 2020. Why is that important? March of 2020 was the COVID lockdown. And it was when we started this whole Facebook thing.
Yes.
I still remember we didn't have a studio. We sat at a little table in the classroom, and either Anne or Leah held their phone like this while somebody did something. This is how far we have come in 3 years.
It's pretty far.
It's amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. Hey, Nancy. Nancy's looking at us.
She sure is.
Yay. So what we thought it might be fun to do today is do a little flashbacking. Is that a word?
Yeah, I called it Ghosts of Facebook's Past. It's kind of like that movie, Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
Yeah, well, some of these are pretty scary, I will admit.
It's really cool to see where we started.
Some of the things that we did on our Facebook spots. And I don't even have some of the original things because they were stuff I hauled in from home. But one of the first things I can remember doing on Facebook was hand stitching, hand embroidery.
Would you like to show them on the close-up bar?
Sure, we can do close-up. I'll pass it over to you. So this is a much later version of the hand embroidery, hand stitching. Our little chickadee there.
He looks cool.
But that was one of the first things I remember doing on Facebook. Yeah.
He has a lot of nice texture, Barb. I like him.
Yeah, it's a great technique. So the nice thing about all of this stuff is a lot of it is recorded. Not everything. Some of the sillier Facebook posts, I'm sure we haven't bothered. But a lot of the technique ones, they're still there if you burrow deeply enough into the dark web. Yeah. And then another thing that we did quite early on was some stitching on our wool felt. This one, I think, was this is the butterfly. This is from our Butterfly Stitches book that we had. But what we did originally were Christmas decorations with wool felt and buttons. Something that Anne had brought back from one of her little ventures. So we still have this sort of thing, and of course we've got lots of wool felt and
so many colors.
Lots of embroidery floss. But that was up for a while we had the book. So that was kind of cool.
Barb, it's so cool how you took all of these little chunks of felt and turned them into this beautiful creation. Like, this is gorgeous.
I have that book myself, and it's so easy to follow. And the results are beautiful. Even, right? You know, if you've never stitched before, a few simple basic stitches. Yeah.
I need to learn more hand embroidery, Barb.
Yeah, you need more time. What else did we do on Facebook that's fun? Let's start some of the earlier ones. I remember doing this.
Oh, this is cool.
That was Trapunto.
How'd you make it so poofy?
Turn it over.
Oh.
So you literally stitch little channels in 2 layers of fabric, and then you take some of the cotton cording, not the stiff stuff like the clothesline, but the actual fluffy cotton, and you stuff it in the channels.
That's cool.
It is cool. It's a really neat technique.
I like it.
So yeah, we ventured into that one. What else did we venture into way back?
Totally put that on a shirt.
Oh, you could.
A little heart around your chest?
Yeah. Anytime you want to have something with a bit of texture. Of course we did.
Oh, this one. Do you want the top camera for this
sure,
one?
Sure. Let's open it out.
All right. Can see all our goodies now.
I honestly don't remember if this was just Facebook or if we did something special with it, but I wanted to talk about this guy, the unicorn, because I had a customer come in and ask about this unicorn pattern. And this was a free downloadable pattern on the Bernina We All Sew blog. So I was able to go to the computer and just type in Bernina We All Sew, click on that, and in the search bar I put unicorn. And this came up, this little unicorn pattern. Now these are free patterns. Who doesn't like free?
Oh gosh, nobody.
Yeah. And the nice thing is, I think this was the original size, but you can enlarge it or make it smaller and use it for anything you want. So I wanted to make sure people were still aware of, we've used a lot of things from that Bernina We All Sew blog site. A lot of cute little projects, and it's they're easy to do for the most part. They're fun, and yeah, why not branch out? And this one, of course, we did sparkly threads, because why not?
What kind of batting did you put in here, Barb? It's just so textured, and I like it.
Most likely this was our old Hobbs batting, although it could easily have been, it's a little thicker than an 80/20.
Nice.
It is. So don't forget that. Bernina We All Sew. Great little website. What other fun things have we done on Facebook?
Oh,
well,
do you want a close-up?
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. And then we can do a close-up. Okay, so you can turn that over. I still haven't got that one finished. So that was when we played with Stitch and Flip. And we made a heart, so that must have been done in February.
I was here for this one. I
Were you?
remember picking this fabric.
You remember? Okay, so hey,
Some of it's from a gnome
we're
line.
we're time traveling forward here.
Yeah, I remember this one. I think it was close to when I started, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
And I helped you pick all the fabrics, and you're like, "Oh, what should I make?" And I was like, "Oh, heartburn."
Yes. So I just have to sew the binding down.
Get some binding down. Turned out cute.
Yep. Stitch and flip is such an easy little.
I love it.
Little project. So.
Well, and it's fun. You can do whatever you want. You can use scraps, big or small.
I know. It doesn't matter. A great way of using up some of those leftovers. Yeah, we've done a fair number of technique type things on Facebook. Here's another one. And that was when we were showing people how to do what do they call it? Quilt as you go?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you added sashing?
Yep. And that's how you join your pieces together. So you have little pieces, or maybe a little bit bigger pieces, and you quilt your blocks or your sections of your quilt, and then you piece them together. I didn't choose a particularly decorative piece of sashing for that one, but it worked. It was okay.
I like it.
It was okay.
It's fun.
Yeah. And then, I know we did this one.
Oh, the top, hey?
Oh, let's do
the
top one. This one took a little bit, but we
that's beautiful.
Finally got it finished.
That is so beautiful.
So this is called broderie Perse, or Persian embroidery. And it's a very old technique. Talk about going back in time on this one, where you take a fabric that you love the images of. So this obviously was fall.
It's beautiful.
And you don't put a fusible on the back. You just fussy cut out the images, set them down onto your fabric, and stitch around the edges. So you can stitch with a blanket stitch. You can stitch with a straight stitch or any other decorative stitch you want. But the way this differs from, standard applique is you're actually cutting out the images. And this is
cool.
This is where I've told so many people in the past about this. Back in the 1800s, there was a group of women criminals, prisoners, who were packed onto a sailing ship called the Raja. They were being sent to a penal colony from England. They were being sent to a penal colony in Australia, which at that time was known as Van Diemen's Land. Yeah, but boy, talk about flashback on that one. I can hear my social studies teacher. So as part of the supplies that was given to the women on board ship, they got knives, and I think they got forks and spoons, and they got fabric and sewing supplies from a charitable organization in England, with the hopes that on the long voyage they would make use of some of these things and, improve their lot in life. So they created a quilt that was known as the Raja quilt, because that was the name of the ship. And this was the technique they used. They took some fabric and they cut out the pictures and they put it down, and then they laboriously hand stitched it all and quilted it. So it's really cool. When they got there, they gave that quilt to the governor's wife, who then ultimately sent it back to England to the head of the charitable organization, who had donated all of the materials, at which point they lost track of it. So this is, we're talking the 1800s, right?
Yeah.
That quilt was discovered in an attic in Scotland in the I forget whether it was the 50s or 60s. They knew what it was because, and we haven't done, they had put a label on the back of their quilt with the entire story written on it and the names of the ladies. So the whole provenance was there.
That's
on
cool.
That quilt. This was the technique they used. The quilt was returned to Australia, and if you're ever in Australia, you can see it in the National Museum.
That's cool.
Isn't that a cool? I love that story.
You know what I learned to do from that? Always put a label on my quilt.
Always put a label on your quilt.
Especially if they become a heirloom quilt.
Well, and we put a lot of time and energy into them. Yep. Not even outside the cost of the materials, but yeah, time and energy.
That reminds me of the Facebooks Leah and I did, where we tried to make a quilt label in, I think it was 5 or 6 different ways. It was pretty cool.
Okay, so we have other little things here. We have a whole table full of fun stuff.
Do you need a close-up again?
No, we'll just do this. Okay. These are quick and easy. These are Christmas cards with because we had fall, now we're into Christmas again. We had Christmas cards that were really pretty. And maybe we're doing art quilts, and they're not going to get washed, but we want to put that fabric, that paper, into our quilt. But we don't want to just glue it on or stitch it down. So this was just a quick technique of actually mounting it to a piece of fabric like this. Now I can piece that into a quilt, and it's secure, it's safe, it's almost framed. So we did a couple of those. That was fun. And then to while away the long winter nights, what do we do on the long winter nights? We like to read. Mm-hmm. So this was one of my favorite projects from the Ghosts of Facebook Past. That is a bookmark. Now I used lace for that one, but I thought I'd revisit this. You start with 3 4-inch squares of fabric.
Okay.
You take one, which would be like for your back or your front, and you put fusible interfacing on that to stiffen it up a little bit.
Like SF101 kind of interfacing?
Yeah, anything, not too heavy. And then the part that you're going to make your triangular page holder out of, you put fusible interfacing on half of it. Okay. That's pretty easy. And then you fold it in half and press it. Well, press it straight.
No, crooked's perfect.
So we take our fused piece and this piece.
And then we need this one, right?
And then this, we can guess. That one's going to go like that. Yeah. Boy, I didn't measure for, it's crooked. And then we're just going to sew on 3.5 sides. We're going to leave a little opening, turn it right side out, and it's nice if you do a little edge stitching. It closes the place where you've turned it. And so what you end up with then is kind of like this. And that just slips over. We don't have any books back here.
I do actually.
You do?
Let me get a book.
Okay. And then that just slips over the pages of your book. And I like it because it doesn't fall out as easily. Perfect. So let's say you're doing the Pineapple Plus and you just want to keep those pages. So that is just going to slip over like that. We'll use this guy. So you could use decorative ribbon. You could use lace if you didn't want to make this little triangular part. You could take your fabric like this and put it in your embroidery machine and stitch your person's name on it and make
that would be cool.
Personalized bookmarks. And they just tuck in like that. So it opens up, or you can put it on the back part like this. So when you come to the book, you know exactly where you are. That was one of my favorite little Facebook thingies that we did.
You know, it's a great use for extra charm pack pieces or scraps.
Yep, it's perfect. So that was a great one.
Or fabric you're scared to cut into. You could take a little chunk for that.
A little chunk, yes.
A little piece. Oh, I have a fabric at home.
Oh, they can't
You know
see.
which fabric it is.
What? Oh, yes, a bookmark.
It's those Santas that you
I
gave me.
gifted Chelsea some Santa fabric, some
Yep.
hunky guy Santa
They are
fabric.
very hunky guys.
So yeah, anything like that, you've got a cute little fabric with an image on it. Maybe for kids, kids books would be great. You could put, you know,
Maybe not hunky
hungry
Santas.
no, but maybe hungry caterpillars or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, that would be good.
All right, and now we're up to recent history.
We are.
We have segued forward. I tell everybody I talk to about this thing, I just love this thing.
Fabric folding pen from Clover.
Fabric folding pen from Clover. We have discovered many uses for the fabric folding pen.
Oh, what's the new one?
Not just fabric folding. We use it. I like to press my seams open, and sometimes they're little and you can't get the iron in there. So fabric folding pen, squish it down.
Yeah, that's a
Works
good one.
good. If you like to do either hand applique, needle turn, or probably more appropriately, machine applique. So you don't want to use the fusible web, but you still want that turned under edge, and you want a neat edge. You can take your template, I like freezer paper templates, run some of this just around the edge and fold your fabric in and just finger press it, or use one of the little Clover rollers on it, or a Hera marker works good. No heat required.
Cool.
On that one, and then you pop your paper out, and those edges are tucked in firmly enough that you can then do a machine stitch around it and it's going to hold. If you do not like to pre-wash your fabric, where's a good example? I don't know, most of this fabric's so old. If you don't pre-wash your fabric, you know how sometimes you get those really sharp creases in them, and it's a backing, or you're just using that one piece. If you run some of the fabric folding, what can call a fabric unfolding pen in this case, along that sharp crease, and then just press it out really firmly with your finger or with a roller, it's going to soften that sharp crease a lot on there too.
It's a great idea.
So they are a great thing. A great thing. So what's your favorite Facebook
What's my favorite Facebook?
that you've done recently? Because Chelsea doesn't have to go back in the past.
No, I don't, because all of mine are recent. It was
Yes.
the one I did with Tyler was pretty fun, where we tested thread weights, and we
Oh.
tied washers to thread,
Oh,
and we let them clank on the ground.
okay.
You didn't see that
I
one?
didn't see
Oh,
that.
it
I'm
was a
going to
fun
have to
one.
go. And tell me, Chelsea, how would I see that one if I missed it?
Oh, well, it's on YouTube and it's on Facebook.
YouTube. And how do we find that on YouTube?
So on YouTube, you go search mysewingroom.ca, spelled D-O-T, not a dot.
Yeah, dot.ca.
And we have tons of videos on there, and
Yeah.
we actually have a whole bunch of categories. And I believe that one shows up in a 2 for Tuesday.
Oh, good. Okay. So all of these things you can look up again
Yeah.
in case you missed them, even the second time around.
Now that one might have been my favorite, just because it was so fun. But I think the one that I learned the most in was doing all the quilt labels.
Oh,
The many ways of quilt labels.
many ways. Yeah.
So
That
many.
was another one that we did that I didn't bring all the stuff for. The many ways that you can bind your quilt.
Yes.
Front binding, back binding, facing, so many different
So
ways.
many.
So many. That was a really good one. Probably one of the most fun ones that I did was 22 different uses for leftover quilt batting.
That's a good one to watch. Where can I find that one, Barb? Is it on YouTube?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
It was great, and I still use some of them. In fact, well, Leah, that was our quilt math thing from a week or so ago. She wanted to know what we could use one king size batting for. So we had to do the quilt math for that. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can use scraps of quilt batting for.
Totally.
So it was amazing. That was fun.
I like it.
Yay.
We need more of those.
Mm-hmm. So what are we we don't have to worry about what we're going to do tomorrow.
Nope.
Cuz tomorrow is
Wacky Wednesday. I missed the drum roll.
I even brought Sandy a joke for Wacky Wednesday.
Oh, is it the one I heard today?
It's the one you heard.
Oh, that was good.
It's a good.
That was a good one.
Yeah. She'll get round to it. It has to fit with the theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I think it's Chicken Week again.
yes.
And if it's the project I saw today that she made,
it
looks so
really cute.
good.
Really cute. Yeah.
It's so cute.
Maria's asking about the fabric behind
Oh,
us. We should tell our folks
We
about
should.
our fabric.
I'll grab one of them. It's just so crazy beautiful. Put it here on the close-up.
Let's move some of this stuff.
This
out of the way.
fabric is called Graphite. So this is one of the fabrics from Graphite, and it's all black, gray, white.
It's a nice gray though. It's
Yeah.
a little hint of green to it.
A little hint of green. It's gorgeous, and there's so many shades of gray in it.
Yeah. Yeah. But even like the print is beautiful on that one
Oh
too.
yeah, the one that I
Where's-
really love is the
I
white
like
one.
that.
Oh,
The white one, well, I was
You
putting
like
it
this one?
the black one, which is the same print. Look at that.
oh, it's upside down. This one might be better served right side up. Nope, still upside down.
Oh dear.
I'll get it right side up at some point.
And there's the white version. Look at that. That's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. You know what this is asking for? Some hand embroidery.
Perhaps. Do you know what I could see? Maybe it's because it's white and black. Is just a nice summer outfit.
That
Did
would
you
look so
know you
pretty.
could use quilting cotton for clothing?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You could make
Think
the
how-
best ever circle skirt with it.
Or maybe one of Leah's peppermint swirl dresses.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Peppermint swirl isn't just for little ones.
It's for adults too.
Yeah. So this is the graphite line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It is.
anemone poppy floral.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's this one.
Yeah, really pretty. So that's just new in. If you're interested, it will be up on the website pretty quick.
It should be linked right below our video.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Tyler was
Yeah.
putting it on the website right
Yeah.
as I was making our video. So
And I think this one is it's not gonna hang around long enough to hit the half price.
I don't think so. It's way too pretty for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which print is your favorite? This one?
I think so, although I haven't had a close look of some of the
You know which one I
others.
really liked?
That's lovely and soft.
This one.
Ah, that's way too much like dandelion seeds.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
See? Dandelions. And these are the seeds. And I love it. It calms me.
Good.
It's very calming.
Yeah, it is. It's a lovely line.
I think the sewing room needs a quilt made out of this.
You could do, can you see this line in one of our 3-yard quilts?
Oh my gosh. Okay, if you had to pick 3 bolts to make a 3-yard quilt, which one would you pick? Which 3? Sorry.
Which 3? Probably this one.
Okay, the black.
And
We'll
Chelsea,
you a
you're making
3-yard quilt
hard.
palette. I know.
You're making this really hard. I don't know.
What about the...
Yeah, something like that, perhaps. No, that's too
This one?
dark. No, we need some light
We
stuff.
need some light. What about that white one
This
over there?
one here, I think.
Okay, so we're building Barb's 3-yard quilt. We could show that one on the top. That
Yeah,
might be
you know,
easier.
it doesn't really doesn't show well on camera because this is disturbing the camera's eye.
Oh yeah, it's better up here though.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, this
Oh,
one has
that's
a
pretty
black background
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
silvery gray print on it.
Yeah. Very nice.
This is Barb's 3-yard quilt right there. That looks beautiful.
In my spare time, Chelsea.
Yep.
Do you know how many projects I have on the go?
Don't we all have that many?
Oh,
Barb?
yes. It keeps us active.
We're all troublemakers. I love it.
So that's what we have for you today.
It is.
If there's
Happening.
anything special, put it on the front camera.
Oh, front
Put
camera.
the button
Hit
so we
the
can wave at
button.
people.
There we go.
Okay. If there's anything special you want to talk to us about or you want us to talk to you about on our Facebook posts, just pop us a quick email. You could send it to Chelsea, education@mysewingroom.ca.
Totally.
And we'll try and go over that. Maybe you've stumbled across a nifty new notion and you're not really sure how to use it. I, for years, have been wanting to do a demo on, I forget what it's called. It comes in a little pot like this, and it will turn your fabric into water resistant and outdoor fabric. It's
Cool.
brush on. Yeah, and apparently Adrian from Bernina says it works really, really well.
Neat.
Yeah.
We might need to do
We
that.
might need to do that one. So yeah, pop us an email with any ideas or requests, and we'll be happy to talk to you about it.
We sure will.
Alrighty. Till then, take care, everybody.
Bye.
Have fun. Come and buy fabric.
I'll see you Thursday.
Yeah. Double duty this week.
Triple.
Triple. Oh, well, that's